In today's video, I'm going to talk about close-up filters in photography, and I'll show you some examples as well as showing you some of the filters I have. So macro photography can be quite expensive, but it also can be fairly cheap. If you don't have a dedicated macro lens, you can convert most any lens you own, whether it's your kit lens or a telephoto lens, into a macro lens with close-up rings. Now, these range in all kinds of prices, but I wanted to do a video on this because I picked it up at a local camera swap meet, and I will cut to a little scene of these now, but they are just a piece of, it's like a magnifying glass almost, you can see there. So handy to have these. And they just screw on, so you buy them according to the filter size of the lens that you want to use. You will show you an example. You will be using, I'm going to be using my Canon T7, a Rebel, with the 18 to 55 lens, and I will be using it at 55 millimeters. So I will show you now some examples. Oh, how about we just go take them together? How's that sound? Alright, so we're going to start here, and I will put on the 1x close-up. Just screws right on to the front. Alright, let's go take some images and see what we get. So, just to be simple, let's walk over here. Mind you, this is a DSLR, so very cool. So as you can see, that's just 1x. That's a 1+. So if I did the same thing with the 2 and then the 4. Just gotta remember where on that tree I photographed, but it's going to give you a very nice effect. Now I will say, besides giving you a nice effect, bring a cleaning cloth, because you will probably rub your fingers on these things trying to get them on. They can become, it's just like putting a filter on. Alright, same shot, roughly, and that's 2x. So, that was the same shot? No, that wasn't. Where was that part of the tree at? I just, out there, maybe? Let me try one more, see if I, you get the idea. And I'll put on 4 for last. Yeah. I'm not locked down on my tripod. But this is the 4th, so +4. Zoom it in just like that, and there. So you're probably thinking, oh, okay, well that looks the same. Till I take it off and I take a photo without, and you can see just how much closer I was able to get to focus. Now, the very fun part that I find is your ability to stack them. Alright, so it's gonna look weird. You can see there. It's like, what is all this? Even face on, it has this weird haze, which you will get chromatic aberrations when using this. It's going to happen. There are some specialty ones that are much sharper, and then there's the basic ones. I have here 7 times. So this is, sorry about this, this is +7. So now, effectively, I should be able to get much closer. And now, I wonder, that's not even with the flash. So there you go, one with and without the flash, and that is very close. So now let's see what else I can photograph. I'm just gonna leave the 7 on there. Let's see. It's a little tricky when you're using a DSLR, but it's, especially when you use autofocus, so you do have to be mindful. It may struggle. Oh, now here's a little, this is perfect. I'm just gonna get right up here. I don't know if you can see this little spiky, spiny worm thing. I'm in Australia, so who knows, it might kill me if I touch it, but let's see if I can get a macro shot. Pop the flash up. Oh, very cool. I might need to speed my shutter speed up a bit more. Let's try that one more time. How close can I get it? Very cool. Now, mind you, this, yes. Are you going to macro stack? Are you going to do what you can do with the macro lens? No, not necessarily. Can you? Yes. That's cool. You wouldn't be able to do that as close with a traditional lens. So having something like this gives me that ability. See if I can find this spider web. There we go. Might be a bit too bright. Let me, keeping it fast. I'm at f8. Yep. A little string. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, great, you can shoot really up close with that. So what happens if you see something far away and you want to take a quick picture, right? So let's just say I want to photograph that tree right there. And that's the sound of the autofocus. It cannot find it. And even if I switch to manual, I can no longer focus on it. And so the reason you hear that sound is because it's set up with this now to focus really close. And it does not have the ability to focus on anything that is far away now. So we can get, and there, I don't know if you can see, I have a massive thumbprint in there. It's alright. Be fine. Keeping today's video rather short, wanted to clarify the last few things, that manual focus is best when using these. You can use autofocus as long as you're within the focus distance, but if you're trying to get the absolute sharpest you can, put it into manual focus. You want to keep the shallow depth of field. You can bump it higher, but the f-stop higher if you don't want to be at the lowest possible. But you will start to notice more artifacts. It's going to be darker. You will need to add more light. And that's the third one, light. Try to use daylight. Try to use, add light. I added flash, add a constant light. Doesn't matter what it is. Bring light into the equation, It's going to make everything better. It's all what photography is, utilizing light. Thank you again for watching today's video. Hope you learned something. Hope you get out, find some of these, and maybe explore the world of macro. Later.